Well, it is time for our weekly Pet Patrol segment, of course, sponsored by our friends at Nulo, known for being no better pet food. Let's go ahead and check in with the Humane Society of Tampa Bay and our good friend Liz McCoy. Not only does she have a furry friend who is up for adoption, she also has the latest updates with their new facility, which is just amazing. So let's go ahead and send it over to Liz.
Hello from the Humane Society of Tampa Bay. Very excited to be back with you guys. I know it's been quite some time. First and foremost, I want to introduce you to Chala. She is our pet of the week. She is a beautiful, mostly black 1.5-year-old kitty. She came to us because her owners surrendered her because they felt like they had just a few too many other pets. So she came to us. She's more of a tortoise shell, so she's mostly black, but she actually has a couple of really neat specks that are sort of blonde and a little bit redder. She's very loving. All evidence to the contrary. I know she just jumped out of my arms because I've been holding her for a little while, but she was just nestling up on my chest and, purring and rubbing around. She's right now rubbing around on my legs. So she's very affectionate, super sweet. She's a little bit of a smaller cat. Some people like the sort of compact cat. She's a little smaller, so very, very sweet. If you are interested in adding Chala to your family, we would love you to do that. Feel free to come on down to our shelter. We are open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And speaking of our shelter, for any of you guys that don't realize, we've actually built a brand new shelter. It's on the exact same property that our old shelter was on. So if you're familiar with where we were located, we're in the exact same place, which is really easy for you to remember. But it's not going to look anything like you're used to when you come down and visit us. We used to have a sort of smaller facility. It was great in the 50s and the 60s when it was built and expanded, but we have since outgrown it. At the time that it was built, we were saving more like 800 or 900 animals a year. Now we're saving over 10,000 animals a year. It's actually kind of amazing that we were able to do everything that we did in that old building, given the limitations in the size and some of the amenities. But now those limitations are gone. So our new building is 50,000 square feet. It's a 4-story facility. We have one floor that's dedicated to our intake department, which is amazing. We didn't used to have that. We had one tiny little room. So now we have a huge department that has state-of-the-art surgery suites, x-ray facilities, lab facilities, so we can do all kinds of in-house medicines that we weren't able to do before. We have a fully renovated adoption floor, which is amazing, that has several kennels for adoptable doggies, as well as rooms for cats. I'm actually standing in one of our adoptable adult cat rooms right now. All of our cats have access to the inside and the outside, so they can decide sort of what they would like to do and where they'd like to hang out for the day. So that's a really nice amenity for our cats. Cats and dogs are now housed completely separately. Any of you guys that remember our old facility, cats were sort of housed in the hallway and dogs were always walking by. Now they are on completely opposite sides of the shelter floor, so cats never have to interact with dogs, which is a real stressor for them. So it's really great for our cats to be sort of nice and on their own and have their own space. We also have some new facilities which are really exciting that allow us to do some programming for the community that we haven't been able to do before. We have a huge education center that allows for us to have huge numbers of youth programs. We do camps. In the past, you may have heard of Critter Camp. It's a summer camp that we run. We did at least until we were under construction for our new facility. We haven't been able to host Critter Camp for 2 years, so our summer camp is coming back, and we have space for more kids than ever, and we're holding it for 10 weeks this summer, which is more than ever as well. So that's really exciting. But the Humane Education Center also allows us to have space for camps that go on no school days. So, days where there's a teacher planning day or a random holiday where maybe you aren't off from work, but your kids are off from school, they now have a sort of day camp option that they can come. So anybody can always take a look on our website, which is humanesocietytampa.org. And you can take a look at all of our programs. You can look at upcoming events. You can look at the upcoming education programs that we have. If you're interested in other ways to get involved, we have volunteer opportunities, ways that you guys can donate. All of that is laid out on our website. And most importantly, all of our adoptable animals are on our website. So if Chala was somebody that you were maybe interested in, or maybe Chala's not your cup of tea, but you want to see who else we might have, please feel free to get onto our website. take a look at our adoptable animals and take a look at all of our cats, our dogs, our rabbits, and our pocket pets, and hopefully choose us if you're going to add a furry family member into your household. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for visiting us in the brand new shelter, and take care.
Oh, how nice is it to see Liz again? She, was with us every week in studio, and so it's been way too long, but good to catch up with her.
I know, and we'll be back to that soon. We will, hopefully.
That's what they tell us. That's what they tell us. Well, before we head to break, though, we do want to talk about our friends at NULO one more time because they have a fabulous giveaway. In fact, we want to see all of those wet noses and whiskers. Just use the link for our Facebook page to send us your favorite picture of your pet, because NULO, known for being no better pet food, is giving some Morning Blend winners a fun prize pack. And listen to this. It's free NULO dog or cat food for the rest of the year. Restrictions do apply, but this is one prize that your pet and you will enjoy.
And Natalie, I don't know if you've had a chance to check out some of these cute pictures that people are submitting, but they are awesome. So we didn't want the morning to go by without sharing a few of them. So enjoy. We'll see you after the break.